Hi, today I'm making chicken and lemon soup. If you're vegan or vegetarian, you can leave the chicken out and adapt the recipe to however you like. I'm basing mine on a Greek soup called Avgolemono, except I'll be adding potatoes to mine to make it more substantial. It should feed a family of 4 or more with some nice warm crusty bread at dinner time, or even at lunchtime. Make a nice meal. It is wholesome, kids love it, adults like it. It's cheap to make and it is nutritious, so let's see how I make it. In my recipe you will need lemons, potatoes, an onion, you can use frozen onions, cup of rice, long grain rice, chicken, white pepper, I'm using 3 Knorr chicken stock cubes and some salt. A vital ingredient for this soup are 3 eggs. Fill a pan 3/4 of the way full and bring to the boil. Add salt and ground white pepper to the water to taste. Crumble in the stock cubes, I'm using 3 for this large pan. And stir to mix it all in. Add the onion and stir. Add the chicken once the water's boiled and turn it down and make sure the chicken is cooked through. Cover and just let some steam through. When the chicken is cooked through, remove and set aside. Add the peeled and diced potatoes. And bring back to the boil. After you added your potatoes and it's boiled, turn it down to simmer and add your rice. And bring back to the boil again, stirring. When the rice and the potatoes are boiling, cover and turn down to simmer. My lid has 3 holes in it, so it will let the steam out. If yours doesn't, just put the lid like that. While the potatoes and the rice are cooking, cut the meat off the bones of the chicken and you'll add that meat later to the soup. It's a good idea to use the bones of the chicken in with the soup because it does add to the flavour. By the way, this cost me under £5 to make, which is good for anybody's budget, right? Including mine. So I've turned the heat off and the potatoes are cooked through and the rice should be cooked as well. That's why I dice up the potatoes really small so they cook quickly, because the rice doesn't take long, about 15 minutes. I don't want to overcook the rice, otherwise it goes mushy. I've cut up the chicken, so I'm putting that all in now. Stir. I've juiced my lemons and you juice them to how you want, the taste you want, but I like my soup nice and lemony, so I put that in. Lemons are good for a cold, so I like this soup anyway, nice and lemony. And stir. You can use more lemons if you like, you can use less, but it's up to you, depending on your taste. Now I'm going to let that cool right down because I'm going to use eggs and I don't want the eggs cooking in the hot soup, so I'll let that cool right down. When the soup has cooled down, we'll add the 3 eggs. Slowly, a bit at a time, and then you'll see how it actually just changes colour. Makes it look nice and thick, and you can see how it changes from that liquidy colour to this more thick consistency. And at this point, I know it's cooled down, you can put the gas on, turn it on, There we go, and warm it back up slowly, and then you can eat it when it's nice and hot. But don't bring it to the boil, otherwise you're going to cook the eggs. You just want it looking like this. And it looks nice and rich. And it's got all the chicken, the rice, the potatoes, the onion in there, the white pepper, some salt, and the eggs. And let that warm up until it gets nice and hot but not boiling. At this point you can add a little bit of ground black pepper if you like. Nice and hot and time to enjoy. It's good, nice and lemony, and especially good if you have a cold or flu. I hope you get to make the soup and that you enjoyed watching, and I'll see you next time.